and I will share the presentation. Welcome to Hacker Island. We are a social entrepreneur. I think that it's social because it's our motor, is the most happy thing that we have in all this entrepreneur. It's like the social stuff that we do. And I studied product design engineering in Colombia. And I love to create things. I love to design. And the center of all the company is the design that contribute to emotional well-being. Because I don't know in Australia or where are you from, but in Colombia and in Latin America, we grow up with telenovelas. I don't know if you have that, but it's a lot of drama and a lot of emotional bad things, and we think that love is the worst and emotion is the worst thing in the world. But I think that are super powerful too. I think that bad behavior or sexual abuse is about sadness or fear or something behind the behavior. Then, because that, I want to change people through emotional well-being. And the, a lot of scientific studies demonstrate that we suffer a lot of in the body, a lot of disease, and a lot of things in the world because emotions. We in the school we don't have a teacher about that teach emotional well-being, and we learn about maths or language, but we don't learn about what to do with anger or fear or sadness. Then because that I want to teach what to do with emotion, with anger or with fear through a hack. That is the most big like a gesture of love or affection. Love is a weird, like a tricky word because I think that the the word love is like the God word. No, everyone gives to this word a different meaning. Then I prefer to use affection because it's like more concrete and more, you can touch more the affection word. That love is a lot of romanticism, but it's about love or affection. All the emotions are chemical substance that you produce in your body. And the oxytocin is the chemical yes, is the chemical thing that you produce when you hug or when you feel that you are with people, that you have friends, that you have confidence, that you have people that love you. And all this is produced by oxytocin, that is the chemical substance of love. You increase your immunological system, you can sleep better, you feel that your pain is in decrease, you think better, you can think, you can take more good decisions, and this something scientific that love can heal or helps to heal. This is brain of two kids. The right brain is a kid that grown up with a perfect family or conditions, and with the right brain is a kid that grown up with uh, maltreatment. All the black holes in this brain doesn't work anything. Is doesn't have any kind of activity, and it's a very similar that a kid that grown up with hunger. But I don't know, maybe for cultural, we think that hungry is more important than affection, but looks that is the same damage of the brain that produce the hunger. This is my opportunity and this is my problem, because the maltreatment and the lack of affection can create an opportunity to grow in different ways. And because that We use design to improve emotional wellness. And we design tools more than toys because the Hugger, that is our tool, is the competence is not a transformer or a Barbie, is something super different because it's more like symbolic stuff. But the Hagar is a real character. Is a character of a story that was born in an island, doesn't have eyes or ears or mouth because all that he needs is the heart. He feeds clouds. With this character and this symbolic storytelling, we teach about anger, fear, or sadness. And they manifest on an island because of the name, Hagar Island. The Hagar was born from a crisis, and this crisis create an island and a Hagar that only exists to hack. And with analogic thinking, we and storytelling, we teach what to do with anger, fear, or sadness. And it's a very, very good way to teach about that because the emotion creates a lot of pain or shame, and with love, with this character, with this funny stuff, it's like you open the mindset of people and the heart of a lot of people, and with you feel that you are talking with someone that don't let you like don't stop to love you for anything, like your grandmother. Talk with the Hagar is like talk with a grandmother that is always there. And because this storytelling and all this symbolic stuff is super easy to teach emotional intelligence with the Hagar. And of course with the island that teach different stories. Then the Hagar that was born in the sea is Cumbia, and Cumbia loves the sea, the wind. He put all the problems in the breeze and in the sea. Then he teach how to let it go. Maku is the hacker that was born in the Rainbow Mountains, and these mountains are super gray because it's a lot of clouds, it's super rainy, but with a little bit of sun that he keeps in the heart, he can transform the gray days in a rainbow. Then, with the power of the heart, this hacker changed the gray days with uh, to a lot of colorful days. And this hacker talk about attitude that is a decision. He can change his mindset or his context with the power of the heart. And the hacker that was born in the forest, he play very good hide and seek. Then he remembered that the people that you don't see, you cannot see, but you can feel inside you. Then with this hacker, we teach about grief, or we teach a different yes, mindset to see death. With COVID, we growed a lot, and this storytelling of Bonga, that is the hacker that was born in the forest, helped us a lot to teach about the people that you cannot see but you can feel inside you. Um, then we teach, sorry for the Spanish, we teach with a storytelling that doesn't have boundaries, because a hack is doesn't have age or gender or nationality. You want a hug when someone born, when someone die, when you won the quiz or the exam and you win the whatever. This always you want a hug. Then we use this powerful gesture to say, okay, we have a lot of anger or a lot of fear inside you, but we can change with the power of the hug. And all the character and all the storytelling is real with the dog, with the doll, sorry. Then the hugger is a doll too, is a doll that with a lot with weight in the hands, with a long arms and weight, and you put the doll in the neck, you feel the sensation of a hug. And if you hug the doll, you're hugging yourself. Then is a lot of coherence because with the storytelling and the doll, and because that is like a very good match in the mindset of the people. Um, and with the entrepreneur, we want to change mindset, the mindset of I cannot do it, I don't know how to do it. It's like this poverty mindset that doesn't have to, is not related with money, is related with the ability to change our reality. And we generate productive capacities because the doll is made by woman in Colombia. I am in Medellin, that is a city that is a valley. We have a lot of mountain like in Brazil, with a lot of favelas, that is a lot of people with their very difficult economic conditions, that the dollar made by women that live in that mountains, and we pay very good for the work, and we teach how to sew. Then they have productive capacities, they know how to do something, and receive a very good payment with the dolls. Then they can change a lot the condition of the houses and of the lives. And but beyond that, I think that we teach to believe again in people and in yourself, because we have. I said that we have a solidarity consumption model that is a buy one give one. Then if you buy a hugger, you can donate another one to people in hospitals or in foster homes or in elderly homes. We donate a lot of huggers. Then we create an we have like we are a social entrepreneur. Um, we are sustainable in production because are made by women with very difficult conditions. Environmental because the packaging is for a recycled board. The weights of the hanger are seeds. Then if the hangers pass away, you can put in the soil and you can feed of water and sun and a bit of sun, and you can get a little plant of the hanger. And it's all is recycled in the hanger, the cotton that is inside. And we have this sustainable economics that with the solidarity consumption model. Then because this consumption model, you can give a hanger with a workshop and a lot of like psychological training of the people of the organization that we donate the hanger, that can use the hanger as a tool in this organization. Okay, I start the entrepreneur because I won a scholarship in Berlin of the DUE school. Really, I had been working as a teacher for 12 years in different universities here in Colombia, and I read a paper, a scientific paper that talks about the oxytocin and the power of a hug in kids with cancer. But the real history is I designed the doll because I studied a post degree in Argentina, and I left a boyfriend there in Buenos Aires. Then I come back to Colombia and I miss him a lot, and I create the Hager because I want that made a nice gift to him. And yes, and I write in the back of the Hager, a hug wherever you are. I send the Hager to Argentina. The guy break my heart wherever, and after that, maybe 6 years after that, I read the paper. As a teacher, I read the paper and I said, okay, this doll can help to kids with cancer. And I start to write the book. And then maybe 6 years, then I won this scholarship in Berlin. That is the school is a very good like a school for social entrepreneurships. And then I come back to Colombia with any money because I had been working as a teacher. I didn't have a lot of saves, but maybe $1,000 I had. And with that, I buy cotton, clothes, and whatever, and I start to sew the haggers, and we start to donate. And now I had been there doing that for 5 years ago, and now 23,000 hoggers and in different houses of different people. But I never think in being an entrepreneur. Never. I was the most nerd teacher in the last work, but I love to create. I love to design, and as a teacher, I research. I was different kind of research that about social innovation, bionics, cognitive ergonomics. I studied a lot of that, and then when the opportunity of this of the scholarship for the do school and in the paper and I don't know maybe life bring me to this point, but was very good. And but what I really create, what is a very good storytelling that doesn't have boundary in language, because it's not about language. It's like a symbolic language that doesn't need words, because the hack doesn't need words really. And the coherence with the material and the design, that the thing that you can touch. The hacker is really a very ugly dog. No, yeah, doll. It's a very ugly doll, no? Doesn't have ears or whatever. It's ugly really. But the power is not in the beauty of the ugly of the object. The power is in the symbolic thing, and in that coherence with the storytelling and the real object. I think that this is a very power, and of course all that is behind. No, because without the woman, without the donation, the object neither doesn't have the all the power. No, the currents in the business really is a business, but it's a social business. Create a lot of magic. I don't know, like a very good context, like a very good soil that the hacker and the concept that the symbolic stuff can grow. Because it's that a hug, when you give a hug, you're receiving a hug. Then we are create we create a lot of connection with the woman that saw, with the people that get the donation, with the people that buy the hugger to donate, with the people that buy a hugger to the kids or to the grandmother or to the boyfriend or to wherever, or to himself. It's really that I create a lot of connection through an object that can let people and can feed the people that is not close. And we work for and with three kind of organization. We impact three kind of people. Women that produce the hackers, they have a lot of problems here is with violence. They have very poor with the first payment. A woman said me, I will change the plastic bag that I have as a roof for a properly one. And after 2 years, she called me and said, okay, I have now two floor houses with bricklets, and they change a lot of the condition of the life. And we impact the people that buy the hacker, because when you buy a hacker, you are buying a tool or an amazing gift for yourself or for your kids or for wherever. With the COVID, we grow up 400%. We are selling in 2019 3,000 hackers, and into 2020 we sold 10,000 hackers in the year. Was a lot of hackers in only 1 year. And we impact the people that receive the donation. That our organization, we donate the hackers with workshops, with a training of the psychologists and social workers that how to use the hacker as a tool. There are the women that solve the hackers, and I say, they are changing a lot the condition of the life because the good payment. But I think that more than the payment is that the dignity that brings them a good work and the opportunity to work. There are women that have maybe 40, 50 years old. It's very difficult that they can get a properly work from the conditions, and the places that they live and the age, and it's more the opportunity that they have to work in a good place more than ever. And now we turn 3,000 people have a hacker now. We went to Shark Tank. I don't know if you have Shark Tank in Australia. It's like the Dragons. It's a TV show of a lot of uh, business stuff. Maybe you know that. It was a lot of adventure because I am super shy, and they like super like yes, like men of businessmen, no? And me with a social business was difficult, but was really great. I can send you the link that you can see the program on the TV show. And now we are here in Colombia with a lot of stores, our little store, but that they are growing good in 6 cities in Colombia. Now we are selling haggers in Peru, and we are producing haggard in Argentina. 3 months ago, we are selling haggers in Argentina, but they are producing there. It's a woman in Argentina that produces haggers there. And I want to go outside to Colombia, but without capital is a little bit difficult, no? Because we are growing with very few capital. And now we have a second book because I imagine all the encyclopedia. I don't know if you know, it's different books that talk about the island, the haggard. Then this is the second book that is the super haggard, and the book talks about sadness. I imagine that we can create 10, 12 books that talks about one emotion, and the haggard is an excuse to talk about sadness, fear, or anger. And we sell workshops too, and we sell spaces like it's like a school by an informatic room, but it's not about computers, it's about emotions, and we are selling that too. Okay, that's it's a lot of people that have the haggard works very good in adults, in babies, in kids that doesn't read, in boyfriends, in people with autism, with Down syndrome. We have been working with any kind of people that you can imagine. And yes, and uh, that is very weird because when you talk about poverty or sadness or this kind of social business, the people that you imagine is this kind of people, no? It's people that is sad, maybe has a lot of problems, but if you go deep and talk with them, you can see that it's this kind of people. And I am super proud of the people that I work, that with I work, because you can see the kids with, I don't know, dirty clothes and very poor, but I believe that these kids have a lot of strength because the street have a lot of no give you a lot of strength. That I believe a lot that if these kids could be the opportunity to design robots, Colombia will be a very different country. No, then I am super proud of the people that I work and that with I work. These women are super happy. They're is super happy go to work with them in these neighborhoods because they have a lot of strength inside. They see a lot of light in the dark. They can do a lot of things. Then like a flower in the in the dark. And we are super good in different contexts in education because if a kid with hunger doesn't learn maths, a kid with sadness or with sexual abuse doesn't cannot learn no, maths or language. Then we are super good in education, in emotional education, in clinical, in hospital, in psychologies, in mental health, because we can improve the emotional well-being and this affect a lot the health. In foundation, elderly home, to talk about affection, resilience, and in companies. Really, our clients are is a lot of companies because we work with human resource. We have a lot of corporate gifts and with social responsibility. Okay, this is my presentation. I don't know how many times we had, but welcome all to the island and welcome to believe in yourself and in others.